Hello, hello, hello. My name is Samantha Francis, FemmePOWER Educator, and your favorite no-nonsense mentor. Right, so today I thought I would just jump on and do an impromptu video discussing something that came up for me yesterday when I was speaking to a potential client, and it made me really think that this particular topic actually is really common. So I really want to speak about this today. So I was speaking to this lovely lady, and we were going into what her story has been so far, how things have been, what she's tried, what she hasn't tried, and really getting in depth with where she currently is right now. And she said something to me, and this is where it kind of made me think, oh, yes, like definitely we need to do a video on this, which was, I've done all the things and now I've just surrendered. I surrendered, but yet nothing is happening. I'm still stuck. And I'm going to be really honest with everyone watching this. And by the way, I have this really annoying habit of swiveling around in my chair, so forgive me. But I want to really talk about surrender and what it actually really means, because I feel like in the spiritual, the psychic, the holistic industry, we have this idea of surrender means you wave that white flag, you stop, you don't do anything else, you just sit there and wait. I surrender. More commonly, I surrender to the universe. You see me roll my eyes there, because you are the universe. Okay, so what we are experiencing is a reflection of our inner container. It is an outward reflection of our thoughts, our beliefs, the internal system. So when people say to me, I surrender, I wave the white flag to, the universe, and things are still stuck, the universe is not bringing me anything, the universe is not moving, I have to be honest, and I have to say, well, that's because you're not. You are not moving, because you are the universe. So when we wave that white flag, okay, when we surrender, it's really important to understand what it is. It's not about sitting still and waiting for things to be delivered to us. I do not teach women to be codependent on anything or anyone, especially the universe, because you are your universe, right? So it's not about sitting there and just waiting like a damsel in distress. It's about saying, right, okay, this isn't working for me. What I have been doing does not work. So I'm going to wave the white flag on that, but I'm actually going to allow myself to expand and open up to the idea of potentially being and doing something else. That is what surrender means. It means wave the white flag to what you've been doing, because it clearly doesn't work, and actually start being and doing something else. Right? And forgive me if I have some building work going on in the background, so I'm sorry if you hear any of that. But I just, I see it so often. With over 15 years in the psychic, spiritual, holistic industry, over 10 years in self-development and wellness, I see it so often. It's a common thing where people go on and they get resources, or they do courses, or they read books, and they're walking around with misinformation. It does not empower you to sit there and wave the white flag and say, come and rescue me, universe. I'm done. I can't do this anymore. It just doesn't. And it doesn't feel good. How do you know if something isn't right for you? It doesn't feel good. It is much more empowering to actually say, do you know what? I need a different plan of action. Or, you know what? I need to find a different mentor. Or I need to be different. something needs to change. You know, you hear this saying, like, if you're doing the same thing again and again and getting the same results, and you're still doing the same thing again and again, is madness, or is a form of madness, right? That's why. Because it's not working and it's actually keeping you stuck. So when you surrender and you wave the white flag to the universe, you are actually saying, I give up. I'm not powerful enough or empowered enough to remember my power and know that actually I can create a life I love. Because the truth of the matter is, you've created your life thus far. So why couldn't you go and create another chapter that actually feels better for you? The universe won't do it for you. You're just going to keep getting back what it is that's going on internally. So empower yourself to level up and actually say, let me do something different. For example, and this isn't calling shade on anyone else, because we've all been there, and it's just something that we've all done, right? So something you could change is, if you've been that type of person where you have been over consuming freebies, or, you know, just kind of really binging loads of free stuff to the point where your head is going to blow, and you've never really actually invested in support. By support, I don't mean a course, I mean having a mentor or somebody there that has their eyes, ears, intuition on you, with you, has your back, holds that safe space for you to blossom and grow. If you've never actually done that, maybe that's something you need to do. Maybe you need to surrender from all the freebies that aren't actually getting you anywhere and that are actually confusing you and helping to keep you stuck. And maybe you need to invest. Now, I'm not saying, you know, go and invest thousands and thousands of pounds in someone, but maybe you could book a session. Maybe you could book a package. Maybe you could do something different, because then you will get a different result. But essentially, the work must start within. This is not, you know, my work is not all about action, action, action. It's a union of the masculine and the feminine. They must be in union. It's a union of action, solution-based, and being, receptivity. Energy and strategy must work in harmony at different times, right? So it has to start within. There has to be a commitment to, I'm going to surrender this that I've been doing, and I'm going to 100% commit and be disciplined to finding a new way. That is what I'm going to do. And if that doesn't work, I will wave the white flag with that, and I will be a new way, and I will find another way, and that's going to be okay. But I'm not going to keep wasting my time being codependent on spirit or the universe or the angels that are going to come and do all the work for me. No, they're not. No, they're not. I've been psychic all my life. I'm an energy reader, energy healer, whatever you want to call it. They're not. And a lot of people don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear it. But the minute you hear it and you embody it, that nobody's coming to save you, that's where you level up. That is where you level up. And you learn and you remember that waving the white flag and surrendering does not mean you sit there needing to be rescued. It means you put in a different plan of action from a different energetic space. Okay? Some of you have stories that you're playing out subconsciously in the background all the time that says, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Nothing has worked thus far. Da, 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 da. Continuing playing. And that is why you've had the same experiences or feelings or results thus far. And this is why I say it has to start with the inner work. I work with women to change their stories. The story that has told you, you can't have 5K a month. You can't have the love of your life. You can't have a high-paying job. Don't be stupid. You can't have the house of your dreams. I work with women to absolutely destroy those stories. Because we can. And because we can create a life that we love. If you'd have said to me 15 years ago, maybe 16 years ago. My eldest daughter is 15. If you'd have said to me, like, you know, Sam, in 15 years, you're going to be running your own business. You're going to be a #1 best-selling author. You are going to be a course provider. You are going to have your own psychic training academy. You are going to be leading women emotionally and physically. You are going to be teaching women how to rise up and not accept second best. I would have laughed in your face. I was depressed. I was a completely different person. I had little to no discipline, little to no motivation. I accepted second best in every single area of my life. How the hell would I ever envision myself going from there to here? But guess what? It happened. It happened because I had the desire, but I also took the action to fulfill it. You will never hear me say that desire is enough. You will never hear me say to put a wish out and then just sit back and watch it come in. Don't get me wrong. I have seen miracles happen. I have seen and experienced myself, me thinking something and then it just magically appears. I've had that. So I'm never going to be someone that goes, oh, that doesn't happen. But when it comes to your personal development, when it comes to your wellness, when it comes to changing your life, there has to be an internal change for you. And you're never going to be fully healed. You're never going to, you know, reach this goal, this really kind of unobtainable goal that I see a lot of people have. It's like, you're never going to get there because you're ever evolving. And that's the deliciousness of it. This year you may want something, you get it, and then actually next year, actually I want something else. I want something better. And the great thing is you can have that too, because you're constantly deliberately creating. Life isn't coming at you, honey. It's not. You are creating. And by creating, I'm not just speaking in like a woo-woo language here. You are either taking actions or not taking action that is creating a consequence. And if what is happening, if that consequence is is essentially your external reality, and if you're not happy with that, it is your responsibility to change it. And the best part of all of that is that you can. So I hope that helps, and I hope that gives you some insight as to why you maybe still feel stuck. But I hope it gives you hope and understanding that actually you can take yourself from feeling stuck to empowered in a much quicker space of time if you actually be and do something different. I hope that helps. If you have any questions, please get in touch with me. I love speaking to all of you. And for now, I'll speak to you very soon. Bye-bye.